What if your brand new electric car did not need a charging station, but the company selling it slipped something into the paperwork that could change everything? Imagine believing you had bought the world's first self-powered EV, only to discover a detail so unusual in the warranty that it leaves buyers asking, wait, what are they not telling us today? We are pulling back the curtain on Maxwell self-powered EV warranty and the shocking surprise buried inside. Stick with me until the end, because you will see exactly what Maxwell has revealed, why buyers are both thrilled and unsettled, and what it could mean for the future of every electric vehicle on the road. For years, the dream of a self-powered car has hovered between science fiction and reality. No charging cords, no gas pumps, just endless motion powered by groundbreaking technology. That is the promise Maxwell made when they announced their self-powered EV, a vehicle supposedly capable of running without ever needing an external charge. The announcement sent shockwaves to the EV industry. Investors piled in, tech blogs went wild, and buyers lined up with deposits in hand. But behind the glittering promises of infinite driving and revolutionary design, there was one thing most people overlooked: the warranty. And it is there, deep in the fine print, that Maxwell quietly revealed something no one expected. Here is the part that does not make sense. If the car truly powers itself, why would it even need a warranty for its energy system, unless Maxwell knows something that the buyers do not? And that is exactly where things start to get unsettling. Let us break it down. The official warranty proudly states that the self-power unit, the core of Maxwell's breakthrough, is covered for 10 years or 150,000 miles. That sounds reassuring at first, until you read the next line, because buried in that fine print is a clause that excludes coverage for unexpected depletion events. In simple English, that means if the self-power system suddenly stops sustaining itself, Maxwell is not responsible. Think about that. The entire selling point of the car is that it powers itself. But if that promise fails, the buyer are left holding the risk. This tiny clause sparked an avalanche of questions. If Maxwell is so confident, why do they need this loophole? Do they know the self-power system might not actually last forever? Or is this just legal armor to protect themselves from future lawsuits? The more you think about it, the stranger it gets. Stories like this change how we see technology forever. If you do not want to miss the next shocking truth hiding in plain sight, make sure you hit subscribe right now. Let us keep going. Buyers did not stay quiet. Forums lit up with heated debates. Some called the warranty clause a deal breaker, saying Maxwell had just admitted their car was not as bulletproof as advertised. Others argued it was standard practice, just legal wording no one should worry about. Meanwhile, rival EV makers took note. Tesla Rivian and Lucid never dared promise a truly self-powered car. But with Maxwell stepping into that territory, the pressure suddenly grew. If Maxwell pulls this off, it sets a new standard. But they fail even slightly, the backlash could shatter consumer trust, not just in Maxwell, but in the entire EV industry. One analyst even warned this is not just about a warranty, it is about whether consumers believe EV companies are being honest with them at all. And here is where it gets even more surprising. The same clause that scared so many buyers actually hides an unexpected benefit. Because in another section of the warranty, Maxwell quietly promises lifetime coverage for all mechanical components directly connected to the self-power unit. In other words, if their breakthrough power source fails, you might not get a new unit for free, but you could get every affected part replaced at no cost indefinitely. This strange mix of protection and limitation left buyers stunned. Some called it generous, others called it misleading, but no one could deny it was unexpected. And that is the huge surprise. Maxwell is not just selling a self-powered EV, they are selling a gamble one, where buyers could either own the most revolutionary car in history or discover the cracks in a dream that seemed too good to be true. So what does this mean for the rest of us? If Maxwell's gamble pays off, warranties for EVs may never look the same again. Future buyers could demand lifetime coverage, forcing the entire industry to raise its standards. But if Maxwell stumbles, a single warranty could become the cautionary tale that slows EV innovation worldwide. The question is, would you take that risk? Would you trust a car that claims to never need charging but quietly admits it might fail in ways they will not cover? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear where you stand. One thing is certain: Maxwell self-powered EV warranty has shaken the industry in ways no one saw coming. Whether it is genius or deception, it is already rewriting the rules of trust between buyers and automakers. And if you want to stay ahead of these stories, the ones that decide the future of the cars we drive, hit subscribe now, because the next revelation could be even bigger than this one.